for your entire body. So we're gonna touch on almost every joint in the body, and we're gonna do some pals and rows, some passive range holds, and I'm gonna teach you some ways that you can help your body grow. So first, let's start with our feet, okay? You can stand up, and what we're gonna do is just lift up all 10 toes. And if you can, try to abduct your toes slightly and hold here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now just the big toe up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and now just the big toe down and all 8 toes up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch. Big toe up, small toes down. 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and switch. Big toe down, small toes up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now all toes up. We're going to piano from pinky to big toe down. Pinky, and then lastly the big toe. 2 more times. Pinky, big toe. 1 more time. Pinky, big toe. Now all 10 toes up. Now just the big toe is going to touch the ground. We're going to tap it 3 times without moving the other toes. Big toe touch, touch, and touch. Good. So that was some toe mobility. Now we're going to do a little bit more extensive toe mobility. So what we're going to do is go into quadruped position, or hands and knees. And we're going to extend the toes just like this. Make sure that the pinky toe has contact with the floor. Sometimes you have to actually move that pinky toe onto the floor. We're going to hold here. Just breathe. Inhale 4, exhale 8. Here, what we're going to do is start pressing all 10 of those toes into the ground from 0 to 100%, 0%, 10%, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 to 100% of your greatest and safest effort, really pushing those toes into the ground, contracting the tissue that's being stretched for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to try to sink deeper into the stretch. Sink deeper into the stretch for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. From here, plantar flex the feet, and we're just going to sit into the kneeling position. So now our feet are plantar flex. We're going to hold right here. And this time we're just going to stretch and breathe. Keep breathing. You can rock side to side. Feel that in your ankles. Now from here, what we're going to do is press the tops of the feet into the ground. So our toenails, we're going to press those toenails into the ground. Just lightly though. So we're going to go 1%, 2%, all the way to about 30 to 50%. Okay, now if you go to 100%, you might start to cramp or it might start to hurt. So just find your range here. So from 0 to 50%, 10%, 20, 30, 40, all the way to 50, and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Now we're going to pull those toes toward the butt. We're going to try to flex those toes as hard as you can for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now to relieve those toes, let's go back to that position we were at before. Stretch them out, and then plantar flex. Dorsiflex, and then plantar flex. Good. Okay, now we're going to get our ankles. So we're going to go into the combat stance. So we're going to bring that knee over the toe. We're going to plantar flex the back foot, and we have our dorsiflexion of our front foot. So this is going to be called dorsiflexion, pals and rals. We're going to hold here, inhale 4, exhale 8. Try to get the middle of the chest over the knee. Just breathe, inhale 4, exhale 8. If you want to make this more advanced, you can put weight on top of your knee. You can also make this a kinetic stretch by going forward and back. So we're still plantar flexing the back foot, and if you have to relieve that at any time, you can. And just focus on your breathing here. You can also play with the toes in this position. You can bring the big toe up and all the small toes up in the air, and you can switch a little bit harder when you're dorsiflexed, but it's a good challenge for your toes. Start plantar flexing or start gas pedaling the foot into the ground from 0 to 100%, 10%, 20%. Whole body will begin to irradiate. The whole body begins to intensify. You're going to solidify this position. 30%, 40, 50, 60, 70 to 100% of your safest and greatest effort. Gas pedaling the foot into the ground for 5, 4, 3, 2. Now we're going to pull those feet up toward the shin. We're going to do that for 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, sink further in the stretch. 3, 2, and 1. And then you can go back to your passive stretch, and you can repeat that process as much as you need here if you're trying to fix dorsiflexion of that foot. Okay, so if your heels go off the ground, this would be something that would help that. Now, one of your feet, or sometimes one foot is going to be better than the other, so you might have to pay attention to what your body's telling you. You might have to work more on one foot than the other foot. Right now, I think my left foot's a little bit weaker, or it has a little bit less space, because I've had a couple injuries. So what I might do is do this a couple more times today, but I'm not going to do that now. So if you do experience any pain or issues, just go around the pain, or just go right before the pain. Don't go into the pain. We're going to hold here, inhale 4, exhale 8. Again, like I said, you can go with a kinetic stretch. You can go forward and back, just like that. And then when you're ready, just passively stretch, inhale 4, exhale 8. Start to progressively plantar flex or gas pedal the foot into the ground, 10%, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 100% of your safest and greatest effort for 5, 4, 3, 2, and now pull the feet up toward the shin. Go deeper into the stretch for 10 seconds. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Okay, now we're going up to the knees. What we're going to do first is take the same sided arm and wrap it underneath the same sided leg here. So right arm underneath the right thigh. And then what we're going to do is hold on to the opposite forearm. And that opposite arm is going to reach across the foot. And we're going to put the foot into internal, or the tibia into internal rotation. We're going to hold here. So this is tibial internal rotation. This is tibial external rotation. We're going internal rotation, holding the bottom and the outside of the foot, holding onto the forearm. Hold here nice and tight. Just going to hold here. We're going to do a quick pals and rounds, not a full pals and rounds. So typically you want to hold these stretches for 1, 2, 3 minutes and then begin the pals and rounds. But for video demonstration purposes only and to help get you through this quick mobility sequence, I'm going to go through this a little bit quicker than I typically would. So what I mean by this isn't the protocol that I would give somebody that had a knee issue. I would have you do that for a full 1, 2, 3 minutes if you're trying to fix something. But for purposes and for you to get a feel for some of these stretches, we're going over them a little bit quicker than your typical teacher would. Okay, and that's why this video is free, and that's why you're able to watch it. Most people will charge you and they'll teach you these methods, but they'll probably take a lot longer on each foot or leg, and you might only get 3 or 4 different body parts because that's how long it typically takes to really have an induced, fat, induced, whatever you want to call it. So holding here. And now what we're going to do is push the foot into the hand and push the hand into the foot. 10%, 20, 30, don't let it move, 40, 50, 60, 70 to 80, 80 to 100. And now go away from the hand. Don't push the foot. We're going to go deeper into internal rotation for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, now we're going to go to external rotation. Same sided hand reaches across and around the knee and hold it inside the foot. This time the opposite hand is going to go underneath the leg and reach onto the forearm. You'll hold here passively for about a minute. Inhale 4, exhale 8. Same thing here, start pressing that foot into the hand into the foot. Don't let the foot go into internal rotation. Keep it out. If there's any pain in the knee during these exercises, just don't press as hard. Just go, instead of going to 100%, go to 50%. Instead of going to 30%, go to 20%. Just gonna hold here, progressively push the foot into the hand into the foot, 10, 20, 30%, 40 to 50, 50 to 60, all the way to 100%, your safest and greatest effort. And then you're going to go the other way, away from the hand. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now from here, press the knee like this, squeeze it, and then we're just going to go in and out, internal and external rotation of the tibia. Good. Now after that, what we're going to do is just do some patella carves. So what we're going to do is relax the leg. We're just going to go in circles here. So we're going to push that patella in a circle, just like this. Going around one way and going around the other way. Okay. With that same sided knee, we're going to do a knee carve. Hold on underneath. External rotation of the tibia, Extend the knee, internal rotation of the tibia, and flex the knee. I'll do that a couple more times. Out, up, in, down, out, up, in, down. And when you flex, flex as much as you can. Try to break your arm. And then go in reverse, in and up, out and down. In, up, out, down. In, up, out, down. All right, let's get our other side. Same sided hand. Reaching around, other hand comes underneath. Hold here. Doesn't matter what, if you do internal or external first. So right now we're in our external. Breathe and hold here. Inhale 4, exhale 8. You start pressing the foot into the hand into the foot from 0 to 100%. 10, 20, 30%, 40%, 50, 60 to 70, and then 70 to 100. Hold here. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now go away from the hand. Go deeper in external rotation for 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. And then what you want to do if you're fixing your knee would do that several times. Hold that passive up to a minute at least, maybe 2, and repeat the process as much as needed. And we're going to go in, reach around, hold here, holding the outside of the foot. Hand is on the forearm here. Inhale 4, exhale 8 to start. Start pressing the foot into the hand into the foot, 10%, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, all the way to 100% of your safest and greatest effort for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now go away from the hand, deeper into internal rotation for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then back to your passive stretch. So that regressive, or that 5-second after going back into internal, you can hold that a little bit longer next time. Okay, and challenge yourself how long you can hold those pals and rails. Now after that, we're gonna go through our car in and out and down, just like we did before, and then we'll get the kneecap out and down, in, out, up, in, and down, out, up, in, down, in and up, out and down, in, up, out, down, in, up, out, and down. Good. Okay, let's get that kneecap. Just taking that kneecap 360 degrees around. Make sure that everything is relaxed here. Going around in a circle here. sure you go the other way, not just one way. Okay, we'll do a couple ankle cars, hold on to the shin, plantar flex the foot, and we're going to go in a full circle. Big circle around all the way and down. Up, out, down, in, up, out, down. Let's go the other way. Out and up, in and down, out, up, in and down. Okay, let's try the other foot. Up and around, big circles, drawing a circle with your toes there, as big as you can, trying to scrape the edge of the circle. Trying to make as big a circle as you can without using your knee or anything but your ankle. Good. So that was the feet and the knees. Now we're going to get into the hips. So let's go to the hands and knees position, or quadruped. What we're going to do is go into the hips now. What we're going to do is co-contract the biceps and the triceps. All 10 fingers are down. Knees are behind the hands. Feet are behind the knees. From here, we're going to bring your right knee to your armpit. We're going to try not to arch the back or round the back here. Try to keep the back flat. So you're going to flex that knee to the armpit, abduct the hip, then we're going to internally rotate as we extend. And then we're going to extend, externally rotate, and abduct all the way back to the start. Let's try that again. Up, out, foot goes up as the knee goes down, extend the hip. Let's go one more rotation. Out and around, knee goes down as the foot goes up. Let's go the other way. Extend, bring that foot up toward the sky. Try not to arch the back. Open it up and around. One more time. Back, out, and around. Now if you feel like your back is moving like this, you can put a block on your back and see if the block moves. You're trying to see if you can keep your back as straight as possible during this. Here we go on the other side. Knee to armpit, out and around and forward. Keep that foot flexed, keep that knee bent. If you want, you can put a tennis ball behind your knee to make sure that that knee stays flexed. Let's go the other way. One more. Keep that knee flexed and around and forward. Good. So that would be a hip car or hip control articular rotation. Now to dig deeper into the hips, we'll get into our 90-90. We'll hold here. Front and back leg are at 90 degrees. Front leg or lead leg is an external rotation. Back leg or trail leg is an internal rotation. Okay, we're going to hold here. You might notice that one side is a little bit tighter than the other side. We're going to look forward, going to arch the lower back, anterior pelvic tilt, and notice that the foot is in line with the shin. Both feet are flexed, and you see 90-degree angles everywhere. You should be able to make a little box or rectangle here. Same thing here. We're going to face forward, chest is up. We're going to lean forward just slightly. You're going to feel that stretch in the front hip. We're focusing on the front hip here. In external rotation, inhale 4, exhale 8. chin is in line with the sternum and the navel here, and the front of that hip. Keep breathing. And then from here, we're going to start pressing the foot and shin into the ground. Pretend there's a scale underneath our hand. And we're going from 0 pounds to 100 pounds, or 0 to 100%. So 0%, 10%. Hold here. 10 to 20%. Press the knee and hip into the ground, 30%. The whole body begins to irradiate or contract. So you're utilizing your entire body as you press into the ground. So you're solidifying this position. Breathe and hold. Keep pressing, 30%, 35, 40%, 50% effort, 55, 60% effort, 65 to 70% effort, 75 to 85, 85 to 100%. We're going to hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then what we're going to do from here, keep pressing, is we're going to pull that knee and foot up off the ground as high as you can for 10 seconds. 10, 8, 7, 6, higher, 4, higher, 3, higher, 2, and slowly bring it down. And then you would progress or keep doing that same stretch as much as needed on that front hip if that's what you were working on that day. Okay, so do this later in the day if this is really bothersome or if you felt a lot of neurological tension here. So breathe and hold. You go back to your passive stretch. Okay. Now get the back hip. We're going to rotate. So we're going to rotate back. We're going to reach toward our back leg. Okay. So turning that back shoulder toward our back leg. We're really trying to twist and turn here, keeping the integrity of this front knee on the ground. Breathe and hold. Inhale 4, exhale 8. Okay, if that doesn't work, you can always bring your hands behind your body, just like this. Hold, inhale 4, exhale 8. So this is working internal rotation, this is working external rotation. Breathe and hold. And from this position, we're going to start pressing the foot and knee into the ground just like we were in that front side. 10% effort, 20%, 30% effort, 40, 50, 60, 70, all the way to 100% of your safest and greatest effort. You can push into the ground, do whatever you need to here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then our rails, what we're going to do is press the knee into the ground and try to get that back foot up off the ground for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and slowly bring it down. Go back to your passive stretch and repeat as many times as needed if that was an issue. Now what we're going to do is hip hinge. So with that back leg, we're going to just open it up just like this and then close it back down. So open it up and then bring it back down. 2 more just like that. Open it up and bring it back down. 1 more time. Now this time, we're going to try to open our foot up like that as we do it. So here we go. Open it up. Going to try to turn that foot out. Then as we do that, we're going to slowly allow that other foot and knee to come up off the ground. into our bear position, okay? This is our bear position, so we're gonna transfer to the other side, but first we're gonna hold this bear position, okay? Do a quick pails and rails here, hold on to the ankle, elbows into the knees, press the knees into the elbows, elbows into the knees, 10%, 20%, 30%, 40%, 50%, 60, 70, all the way to 100. Hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, press, 5, 4, 3, 2, hands together, and pull those knees to the ground as hard as you can. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to bear, passive stretch. Now let's go ahead and get the other side here. Okay, now we're at the other side, so now my right leg is an external rotation, and my back leg is an internal rotation. For me, this is actually harder to have my right foot forward and my left foot back because I have more tightness and neurological issues in my right hip and my left hip in this position than I do in the other one. So we're gonna hold here, inhale 4, exhale 8. Same thing, chest is high, breathe and hold. Inhale 4, exhale 8. You start pressing the front foot and shin into the ground, 0 to 10%, 10 to 20, pressing the knee and hip, 20 to 30, press the hands, solidify the body, 30 to 40, don't worry about your posture here, just press into the ground, 40 to 50, 50 to 60, 60 to 70% of your greatest effort, 70 to 100% of your greatest effort. Hold for 10, 9, 8, as much as you can, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and now we're going to try to pull that foot and knee up off the ground for 10, higher, 9, 8, as high as you can, 7, 6, 5, foot up, 4, 3, 2, and slowly bring it down. Back to your passive stretch. Do that as many times as needed if you have issues on that front hip. So I'll probably do that later today for a lot longer. Now we're going to twist toward the back leg. Breathe and hold here. Inhale 4, exhale 8. Again, you can bring the hands behind the body if you can't hold here. Again, if you're nodding up, you can always just relax and open up the hips at any time. Hold here, breathe. Inhale 4, exhale 8. So now we're going to start pressing this knee, thigh, and foot into the ground. 0% to 10%, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60, 60 to 70. Whole body begins to irradiate or contract. 70 to 100% of your safest and greatest effort. Hold for 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Grip the ground and try to get the back foot up off the ground for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, harder, 3, 2, and relax. And go back to your passive stretch. You can go back to that hip hinge. So we're going to open up the hip and then close it back down. 3 more. Open it all the way up as much as you can without bringing this knee up off the ground, and then back down. 2 more just like that. Open it up and back down. 1 more. Open it up. This time turn the foot out as we slowly go back into that bear position. Okay, so we're in bear position. We're going to hold here. We're actually going to go into the sleeper stretch. So we're going to get the internal rotation 1 more time. Okay, so we're going to actually hold here. And if you can't hold yourself up, you can always push your back against the wall. So we're going to put one knee or one hip into internal rotation going toward the ground. Hold here, press down into that knee. Hold here, breathe, inhale 4, exhale 8. Now start pressing the knee into the hands into the knee, 0 to 100%, 10%, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 100%, safest, greatest effort for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, squeeze the fist, and now actively get that knee to the ground for 5, or 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, actively get it down, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Open up, back to bear. Good. Let's get the other side, okay? Internal rotation, push it down, stay upright, breathe, stretch it out. Okay, you can hold the stretch longer if you need to, you can pause it. We're going to start that PALS effort, 5%, 10, press the knee into the hand into the knee, 20%, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100% of your safest and greatest effort for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now actively bring that knee to the ground for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Open it back up to bear. Whew. Okay, so those were some exercises or hip mobility exercises that you can perform. Remember, we're going passive, PALS, and rails. So passive stretch, hold 1 to 2 minute, inhale 4, exhale 8, and then you ramp up PALS 0 to 100%, hold 100% at 10 seconds, and then rails, you go the other way for 10 seconds. Now you can increase those numbers, and if you comment and say, hey, I got a right hip issue, I might say, we'll do that, the hip external rotation 90-90, PALS and rails, do it longer, and I'll prescribe you or I'll comment on a different post what you should try. Okay, so those were some hip mobility exercises. Okay, so now after the hip is done, what we can do real quick is a couple hip cars or hip controlled articular rotations on our side. Gonna hold on to the hands, straighten the legs, and bring one knee up. Then we're gonna go out and around. Okay, just big circles with that hip, just like that. Let's go the other way. the other side. Straighten the arms out front, extend the knees, top leg, flex the knee and hip, all the way up, out, and around. Let's go the other way. Good. So that would be your hip. Now we're going to get our back. We're going to go cat and cow, so hands and knees. Or cat and camel. We're going to round the back to start. Tuck the chin. Close to your pelvic tilt. Tuck the pelvis in. Flex the feet. All 10 fingers engaged. Co-contract the biceps and triceps. Hold here. Breathe. From here, we're going to start pushing the ground forward with our hands and pushing the ground back with our knees and feet. We're trying to pull the ground, push the ground apart. We're going to do that from 0 to 100%. 0 to 10, 10 to 20. Keep the back rounded this time. Using your back here to make this possible. So pushing with the upper back, rounded back here. 20%, 30, 40. Push the ground apart, 50%, 60, 70, and 80. 80 to 100% of your greatest and safest effort. Hold here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now with your stomach, you're going to pinch the ground, keep the back rounded. You're trying to pull the ground together. Hands to knees, knees to hand, trying to pinch the ground. Use your abs. Keep your back rounded for 10, 9, as much as you can, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold cow, or hold right here. And then one vertebrae at a time, lower back all the way to upper back. Pinch the ground with your stomach, hold here. So we're pinching the ground using your abs. Use your abs to pinch the ground. Arch the back, hold here, breathe. Okay, retract the scapula, breathe and hold. Now we're going to try to pinch the ground. Pinch the ground with your abs. From 0 to 100%, 10%, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, all the way to 100%. Pinch the ground with your abs. Hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep your back arched. Now push the ground apart. Keep your back arched. Push the ground apart for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Keep pushing. 5, 4. Use your back here. 3, 2. Push, 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 and 1. And segmentally lower back all the way to upper back. And then we'll segment the other way, starting with our neck. So round the back first. Slowly extend the neck, drop the shoulders, mid-back goes down, all the way to lower back. And let's go the other way, low back, mid-back, upper back. Let's try one more time, starting at the bottom of our back. Low back goes down, mid-back, up back, head and neck. So that would be segmental cat-camel. And then pushing into the ground and pinching the ground, that would be the pals and rails of the cat and cow or cat and camel. Okay, so that would be some good stuff for your back. Okay, so you don't want to go up and out like this. Okay, that doesn't work. You want to segmentally go up like that and down. Okay. In this position, we're actually going to hit our shoulders here. So what we're going to do is kind of sit back, collapse this position. We're going to extend our one shoulder out in front, extend the elbow, Make a fist, breathe and hold right here. Hold right here. You're gonna actually rotate. So thumb is up, and then thumb is down. Thumb is all the way up, and try to bring that thumb out, and then go back down. Okay, now bring the thumb inside. We're just gonna actually rotate without that thumb going in and out. So just go all the way around here, rotating at the shoulder, not at the wrist. Squeeze the fist, actually rotate. Switch side, thumb is up. This would be external, this would be internal rotation. External, internal. Bring the thumb inside, same thing. External, internal. External, internal. One more. External and internal. Good. All right. Now we're going to get our scapula. Okay. So go into the kneeling position. Okay. We're going to bring one arm out front, squeeze the stomach. We're going to protract, reach forward with a hand. Elevate, retract, depress. Protract, elevate, retract, depress. And we're going to go in a full circle here with our scapula. So don't go out in front of the shoulder, go out about 10 degrees. Just doing small circles here. Just like that. Try to really control those circles. And go the other way. Try to only use the scapula here. Let's get the other side. Circles with the scapula. Try to go out about 10 degrees. Making circles here. Try not to move anything but the scapula. Circles, keep that elbow straight, squeeze the entire body. Other way. Okay, we're going to do it in the butterfly position now, okay? So bring our bottoms of our feet together. Try to open those feet up like a book. Okay, it's going to be a little bit harder and challenging here. We're going to tee out the arms, make a fist. Protract, elevate, retract, and depress. Let's go the other way. Do the best that you can. And then from here, palms are face up. Bend the elbow and turn that thumb back. Try to get those elbows up. And then push out the other way. Palms up, flexion, turn, extension. Okay, supinate. From here, palms up, flex, pronate, extend. Supinate, flex, pronate, extend. From here, bring the hands forward. Same thing, actually rotate, hands in front of the shoulders, out about 10 degrees. Squeeze the fist, palms up, external rotation, internal rotation. External and internal. External and internal. Good. All right, now from here, I'm going to go to kneeling. And tee out the arms. Like this, okay? Same thing, actually rotate, internal to external. Hitting the glenohumeral joint here. And then from here, bend the elbows at 90 degrees in abduction. Turn those thumbs back, okay? Flex the elbow as much as you can. Keep those elbows high, and then push away. Palms up, flex, turn, push. One more. Palms up, flex, pronate, extend. From here, bicep flexion here. Hold, squeeze your biceps. One arm goes down, and the other goes back. So you can go back and forth here. Internal and external rotation. Go as far as you can back and forward. Keep going. 2 more. Good. Now we're going to get some shoulder cars. Save our work. In the kneeling position here, flex the fists, squeeze the whole body, shoulder flexion, internal rotation, reach back, back of the hand goes next to the side, hold here, half of rep 1. Extension, external rotation, reach back, up, forward, and down. We do it 2 more times. Flexion, internal rotation, keep internally rotating as you extend, and back, wrap, up, forward, and down. One more. Up, wrap, back, and down. Back, wrap, up, forward, and down. Let's get the other side. Flexion, internal rotation, reach back. Half of rep 1, extension, wrap. Don't move anything but your shoulder. Try to disassociate your shoulder from the rest of the body. Try not to move anything else. Keep the whole body tight. You shouldn't be able to move yourself as you do this. Keep flexing the entire body. And back. So we go back and around, wrap, up, forward, and down. One more. Flexion, internal rotation, all the way to extension. Keep wrapping. Extension, wrap to external, up, forward, and down. Okay? So that was your glenohumeral joint and your shoulders. Now we're going to get our wrists. So wrist circles, extend your wrists in front of you. So we're not using our entire arm, just your wrist. So big circles with your wrist here. Try to keep those fingers tight as you're creating circles with your middle finger here. Super slow, super controlled. Keep everything tight. So the tighter things are, the more you're able to control that circle. So make sure that you go both ways. You can also do this with your fists closed. And this is something that you can do anywhere, anytime. So this is something you can do at your desk, you can do while you're waiting in line, while you're sitting in bed. So wrist circles are something that you can always be performing, okay? So that was the wrist. When we were doing these, this is your elbow, okay? So you can do these, squeezing the elbows next to your side, just like that. So this would be an elbow car. We did these in the teed up position. A lot of people don't really feel this. It's a lot of times because you're not squeezing hard enough, or you're not really supinating as much as you can. You're not really not pronating as much as you can. So make sure that you go all the way out, all the way down. Okay, so that would be elbows. Now lastly, we're gonna get our neck. So in the kneeling position, get nice and comfortable, squeeze everything. We're gonna go into neck flexion. And we're gonna slowly rotate, go back and around. Nice and slow and controlled neck circles. Squeeze the fists. You're finding your full range of motion in your neck. Going all the way around. Chin scrapes across the collarbone, leg really bend back, up, and around. Let's go the other way. Down and around. If you have any pain, just go around it. Just note that you have pain in a specific area. That might be something that you want to work on. Let's go the other way. Other way. You can kind of play around with this. Okay? Now for thoracic spine, cross the hands, cross the shoulders. We're going to rotate, bend, flex forward, go all the way around to the other side as we rotate and bend, and then extend. Let's go the other way. Rotate, bend, flex forward, rotate, bend, and extend. Okay? Rotate, shoulder goes to the hip, flex forward, rotate, shoulder to hip, extend. One more each way. Rotate, bend, flex forward, rotate, bend, extend. Other way. Rotate, bend, flex forward, rotate, bend, and extend. Good. So we got our neck, we got our shoulders, we got our scapula, we got our elbows, got our wrists, we got our back. Okay, we got our hips, which are our circles and our 90-90. Okay, we got our knees. Okay, that was our knees. And then our feet, we're doing the dorsiflexion, pals and rails, just like this, kinetic stretching. We're also fixing our knees, doing the Kamara grip in pals and rails. We're doing our toes in the beginning. So we hit our toes, ankles, knees, kneecap, hips, back, low back, up back, elbows, hands, neck and spine, shoulders and scapula. So we hit all the major joints today, and just comment, you know, what did you have issues with? What do you want me to elaborate further on? What types of videos are you looking for? If you're still watching, I'll help make those videos specifically for you. I really don't mind. I actually like doing this for free, so I don't really mind it right now. So let me know what you want to see. If you got a shoulder or hip issue, I'll give you more exercises. These are the basic mobility exercises that you can perform daily. So not only should you be doing your controlled articular rotations daily, but you should be adding in the pals and rails in the spots where you need them the most. So typically most people need them in the hips and the shoulders. And so we didn't get into the shoulder pals and rails. We did more of the controlled articular rotations. I do have some other videos related to shoulders if you scroll down, or if you just comment, and I'll just tag you on a post, or even somebody else's post that has good shoulder stuff. So just comment, let me know what you need, and I'll point you in the right direction. Thanks a lot, everybody.